figure it out. Okay, my score for this game, I think it's going to be close. I got Miami 24, Bills 23.
Oh yeah, one more thing. I think there's gonna be some blowouts.
Good. Okay, I'm interested to see blowouts, big blowouts. Okay. Well, we're both on the Dolphins in the Thursday night game. What's the first game on Sunday?
Raiders, Ravens.
Yeah.
The two R's.
Yeah, both teams lost week one. Ravens a tough game at Kansas City.
Surprise for Raiders.
Well, I think the Chargers.
Not really.
Actually, the Raiders were favored. You're right. You're right. And you were smart enough to pick the Chargers, and I picked the Raiders. Oops. No, you know what? The Chargers were the home team. They were favored, but still. Boy, Las Vegas made a real dumb play too. In the fourth quarter, they were losing by 6 points. There were 7 minutes left in the game, so not a whole lot of time. They were in the Chargers' territory, facing a 4th down and 1. They punted. They punted the ball back to the Chargers, and the Chargers then marched down the field, scored a touchdown, and it was over. It was one of the dumber calls I saw all week. What are your feelings on this one? Thoughts? Who do you think's going to win? Who's going to be a star?
Lamar Jackson going to be a star.
Yeah, I think so.
Like last year.
I think so.
So, my pick is Ravens 14-10.
So close. Wow, low scoring too. Okay, I won't look though. I'm not looking. Yeah. I think this one is going to be kind of a blowout. I got Ravens 27-13. I think, like you say, Lamar Jackson's going to light it up. I think they're going to get Derrick Henry rolling. I think they're going to get a win against the worst team. Zay Flowers.
Play?
He's wide receiver.
Oh, I thought he was running back.
No, he's a receiver. Well, I'm interested to see if the blowouts start in this next one. What's the next game?
Browns, Jaguars.
Okay, both these. It's not a blowout? Okay, that's all right. Yeah, I won't spoil it. Okay, both teams took losses week one. The Browns just got crushed by Dallas.
Yeah.
And the Jags blew a lead against the Dolphins and lost on a late field goal. To me, Trevor Lawrence was okay against Miami. He wasn't great, but he was steady. Deshaun Watson for the Browns, bad.
They need a new quarterback.
Well, funny you should say that because they paid him a ton of money and they can't get out of it. They gave him a big old sack of money and they're stuck with him. So we'll see what happens. I think they're stuck with the guy. We don't know if it's a blowout or not, so I'm not going to spoil it, but what do you think?
Browns gonna do horrible.
Oh.
Not horrible, but not so good.
Okay. And score?
Browns 10, Jaguars 17.
Okay, 17-10.
I said 14 on this, but then I changed it.
You changed it to 17? That's fine. Yeah. I've got a similar, you've got the Jags winning by 7. I've got the Jags winning by 6. 23-17. So, pretty close. Next page, next game. Who is it?
Oh, gosh. Not an exciting game because it's the Jets and the Titans.
Jets and the Titans, yeah. Here's what I got about this one. Tennessee played the Bears really tough for 3 quarters. And then in the 4th quarter, they fell apart. I think they had 3 turnovers. Will Levis, their quarterback, had 3 turnovers by himself. And the Jets, they got spanked by San Francisco. I mean, the Jets maybe scored the first touchdown and were winning 7-3. But after that, the Niners...
They just got smoked.
The Niners just rolled them. That was without McCaffrey. And the Jets got rolled.
Wait, what happened to McCaffrey?
We'll talk.
He was
How about we'll talk about that when we get to the Niners Vikings? Okay, we'll stay on the Jets and Titans for this one. So, what do you think about this game? That's not exactly the most exciting game on the schedule.
I don't know. Will Levis fumbling, Aaron Rodgers getting hurt for the first play.
Oh, that would be
Again.
sweet. That'd be sweet.
Your second to least favorite team going down.
Oh, really? Okay, so you got an upset because the Jets are favored by 4. So, what's your score?
Jets 0, Titans 7.
Jets 0, Titans 7. Okay. I'll tell you what, Danny, I really wanted to take the Titans in this game. And I'm picking them to cover the point spread. I think it's going to be close, but I picked the Jets 19-17. I know they're my second least favorite team, but I think the Titans, they kind of surprised the Bears last week with a new coach and new players, and then the Bears figured it out. I think the Jets are going to watch the tape and know what the Titans are up to. So I think the Jets are going to get a win. So we're different on this game, but I think we're the same on the other 3 so far.
Okay, so now can we talk about McCaffrey?
Big game, what is it?
49ers, Vikings.
At US Bank Stadium, Vikings home opener.
Which I might go to.
Which you might go to.
But my dad would need to get those tickets.
It's like now. Yeah. So yeah, let's talk about McCaffrey. He didn't play in the preseason and nobody thought it was a big deal. And then all of a sudden, right before the game on Monday night, there's news that says, oh, Christian McCaffrey's not playing.
Why not?
What? He's got a calf injury. It's like part of his leg. Yeah. Yeah. So
How long will he be out for?
well, now they're saying it's
The best player in the NFL.
in fantasy at least, yeah.
I would say in NFL.
Okay, you could say that. You could make that argument. I heard something, and they didn't use the word doubtful, but they said it's not looking good for Christian McCaffrey playing on Sunday, which is good for the Vikings if he doesn't play. Although, how did their backup do? Jordan Mason? He
Yeah.
ran all over the Jets.
He did good.
It was like, do we even need Christian McCaffrey? Well, they might as well just wait until he's totally healthy
Yeah.
because Mason played great.
Hopefully Mason doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, otherwise, who do they turn to? Brock Purdy. They'll just run the ball every play. Maybe. They could hand off to Debo. He's played a little bit of running back
Yeah.
before. But from the Vikings angle, hey, Sam Darnold. Who knew?
He did pretty good.
He did do pretty good. And they walked all over the Giants. I mean, that was no contest. The defense made that play with Van Ginkel and scored a touchdown. Darnold threw a touchdown to Jefferson and maybe somebody else. I don't really remember who. And then they scored.
Sadly, not T.J. Hawkinson.
Well, he's hurt.
On my fantasy.
And he's hurt. He's going to miss a few more games.
So.
So
Cole Kmet hurt.
Cole Kmet, he's not hurt. He just didn't play very much for the Bears. Yeah, we can get into that when we get to the Bears game, which is in a few more. But hey, this game, big game for the Vikings. 2 1-0 teams. What do you think? You gonna make a homer pick or a realistic pick?
This is one of the blowouts I was talking about.
Oh.
49ers, close to their name, 47,
Okay.
17.
47-17. Ouch. So you're supporting the Vikings with
I mean,
your
I don't
jersey.
really like
You don't like the Vikings?
not this year.
You need JJ
If Kirk
McCarthy to
Cous-
be back?
If Kirk Cousin was still on the Vikings or JJ was in, I would be happier.
Really? Even though Darnold played?
What's his
Pretty
real name? JJ McCarthy.
Couldn't tell you. Maybe
Unless it is JJ.
it could be. I doubt it though. I'm guessing John is probably one of the names, but that's just a guess. Here's what I got. I agree with you. The 49ers are going to cover. They're going to win. I've got it closer than you. 28-20, San Francisco. So we'll see. We'll see if they roll up 47 points on the Vikings.
Now, this game, if we're already moving on to it,
Sure.
we definitely have the same one. I'm calling it.
I'm going to call it too. What is it?
Chargers, Panthers.
Chargers at Panthers.
This is one of the blowouts too.
Okay. Justin Herbert played decent. He played okay against the Raiders, but really the Chargers got their running game going. They just started pounding the ball with J.K. Dobbins, and the Raiders couldn't stop it. We might have mentioned the Panthers blown out by the Saints, who aren't that good, and Bryce Young was bad and was benched at the end of the game. So you're thinking blowout. I think I know which team you're leaning towards. Spill the beans. What do you got?
37-0.
37 donuts. Oh my.
I drew a donut actually.
Did you? Okay, funny. I picked the Chargers to cover. Not as big a blowout as you, but 23-13.
Okay.
So, all right, next game.
I don't care about this game at all.
Okay.
Seahawks, Patriots.
We'll talk quick then about it. Both teams won. You know, New England shocked the Bengals, and the Seahawks came from behind to beat Denver. And the winner is going to be 2-0. So somebody's going to have a really nice start to the season.
Where did the Seahawks play again?
Denver. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. They were kind of losing early, and then they came back, and I think they won 26-20.
What does Jerry Jeudy play?
He's a wide
Is that his
receiver.
name?
Yeah, he was on Denver, but now he's on Cleveland. He got traded. Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, so we're talking Seattle, New England. What's your pick? Patriots, Seahawks.
7-10 Seahawks.
7-10 Seahawks. I've got the same difference. I got the Seahawks winning by 3, but I've got 10 more points for each team. 20-17 Seattle. Okay. Here's a pretty good game. What do you got?
Saints, Cowboys.
Saints, Cowboys. Both teams won last week. Both teams won with pretty much a blowout. I would say the Cowboys win was more impressive because Cleveland was a playoff team last year, and the Panthers, we know how bad they are. So really, blowing out the Panthers, well, maybe you should have done that, Saints. So how do you feel about this matchup?
I feel Cowboys.
You're feeling the Cowboys? By what kind of a score?
Maybe 27-10.
So that's a pretty big blowout, actually.
Yeah.
Dallas is favored by 6.5. I think they're going to cover. I got them winning 28-20, which I think I picked for an earlier score. I picked the Niners to win 28-22. Okay. This game's not the best, but you know.
Giants, Commanders.
Giants, Commanders, both teams in the NFC East that took a loss week 1. Both teams pretty much crushed. Washington lost at Tampa Bay. The Giants lost at home to your Minnesota Vikings. Both teams were bad on defense. The Giants were really bad on offense. 6 points against the Vikings. The Commanders at least showed a little bit with their rookie quarterback, Jaden Daniels, on offense. So I might have just given away how I feel about this game. What do you think about this game?
I feel Commanders.
Feeling Commanders by what kind of a score?
3-10.
3-10. So you got Commanders winning by 7. I got Commanders winning by a field goal, 23-20.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, kind of a lot of points. But below what's expected. So for what that's worth. Here's a big game on Sunday.
I like this game.
You do?
Buccaneers, Lions.
Bucks, Lions. Do you remember that this was it's a rematch of the NFC divisional playoff game last year? These two teams played in Detroit in the playoffs, and the Lions won it. Tampa Bay, I saw, got really banged up on defense to the point that in the game against Washington, a guy who normally plays safety, who's like more of a tackler, he had to move to play corner to cover the receivers of the Commanders because they got so injured on defense. So that tells me the Buccaneers' pass defense is going to be pretty shaky until those guys get healthy. So that's my 2 cents on the game. What do you? I bet you hope Amon-Ra St. Brown has a big game because he's on your fantasy football team.
He didn't do that good.
I think he only got 1 point for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might going to have to step it up. He's your number 1 draft choice.
I feel close.
Close game, so a good game, kind of like the playoff game last year. And I know the Lions are your Super Bowl team, so...
Yeah, I'm picking Lions.
You're picking Detroit? Okay. What score?
37-23.
37-23. So, win by 2 touchdowns. That's a pretty big blowout for 2 decent teams. I mean, Detroit's good. Tampa Bay, we'll see. I also have Detroit covering the 1 touchdown... well, they're favored by 1 touchdown. I got Detroit 30, Tampa 20.
Okay.
So you got them winning by 14. I got them winning by 10. Oh, I'm going to tell you right now. This is one of my favorite games to talk about this week.
Yeah.
What is it?
Colts Packers.
Colts Packers. Both teams lost close games last week to pretty good teams. Good teams. The Packers lost to the Eagles. And the Colts lost to the Texans. This is Jonathan Taylor, the running back for Indianapolis. He played for the Badgers, Wisconsin Badgers in college. So it's like he's going home. He's coming back to play in Wisconsin again. Now, my favorite part to talk about is, Jordan Love. Oh, what happened to him? Oh, no.
He probably doesn't love him, how he's in shape right now.
He's not in shape. I don't think he's going to play because they're expecting he's going to miss 4 to 6 weeks. And I will tell you, their backup quarterback is named Malik Willis. This is a guy who got benched for Josh Dobbs when they were both on Tennessee. Dobbs had been there for about 8 days. And the coach decided, Dobbs, you're better than Willis. Get in there. So if Dobbs, you remember Josh Dobbs from last year, the Vikings guy? Remember him, the quarterback?
He was...
Started really good, ended really bad.
He was okay.
He was okay. What I'm telling you is Malik Willis is way worse than Josh Dobbs. And he's way, way worse than Jordan Love. So if the Packers have to deal with the Malik Willis experience for 4 to 6 games,
that's good for us.
I feel like it's good. I hope he doesn't prove me wrong. What are your initial feelings on this game?
I'm feeling Jonathan Taylor.
All right. And what kind of a score?
17-7.
So a 10-point win for the Colts. This was my blowout of the week. Because I just think Malik Willis, this is also a guy that they just traded for. He hasn't been in Green Bay that long. Colts 31, Packers 6. Just step on them. Just step on them when they are down.
Well, here's another game I'm feeling pretty good about.
Okay, I think this is the first of the 3 o'clock games. So what is it? Rams, Cardinals, and both these teams took tough road losses last week. Arizona barely lost to Buffalo, and the Rams lost in overtime to Detroit. Both have high-profile wide receivers who they're either hurt now or they didn't do anything. Puka Nacua got hurt. So he's gonna miss about a month.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna miss about a month.
At least they have their star.
Cooper Kupp had 15 catches. So, but now they're all gonna guard. They're gonna all cover Kupp, right? Because now they have no Puka to guard.
Mm-hmm.
And from Arizona, Marvin Harrison Jr. I thought this guy was gonna be just a stud, rookie of the year candidate. 1 catch, 4 yards against Buffalo. He's got to be better than that. So you like this game. Who do you like for a winner?
Rams.
Rams. Okay, Rams on the road What's your score?
28-10.
Well, I don't think we've been different on too many games yet, but we are different on this one. I'm going to take Kyler Murray.
Okay.
I'm going to take Kyler Murray and the Cardinals in a shootout. I've got 38-35. I think it's going to be a lot of points. But we'll see. We'll see.
Well, here's a game I don't really care about.
Tell us.
Steelers, Broncos.
Okay, we didn't think when we filmed last week that Justin Fields was going to play.
I'm just going to say, well, Kirk Cousins did not that good against Steelers.
No, the Steelers had him pretty figured out, don't you think? I mean, defensively, they played great.
Mike Evans is on the Falcons, right?
No, Mike Evans is on Tampa Bay.
Oh.
Yeah. But, yeah, remember, we thought Russell Wilson was going to start for the Steelers. And then all of a sudden he's hurt, kind of like McCaffrey. Like, where did this injury come from? Really? And then Fields played. They scored no touchdowns, and they kicked 6 field goals. But Fields didn't make any mistakes, so he's probably going to play in this game against Denver, which is sort of a shame because it would have been a Russell Wilson revenge game. Russell Wilson played for Denver last year, remember?
Yep.
And then he got benched by Denver, and their coach really hates Russell Wilson, Denver's coach. So if Russell Wilson got in that game, it would be a lot of bad blood. They would really want to beat each other.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what I got. Bo Nix, the rookie quarterback for Denver, 2 interceptions against Seattle. Not great. Yeah. So you going with your Uncle Tim in this game, or you going with the Steelers?
I'm going with TJ Watt.
TJ Watt. Okay, that
He
seems
did
like a good bet.
Good.
Yeah, I think he made a sack or forced a fumble at the end of the game on Cousins.
17-7.
17-7. I've got a low-scoring game, although I do have Denver covering the 3-point spread. I've got the Steelers winning 15-13. So I don't even know if Pittsburgh's going to score another touchdown. They might just be a field goal kicking operation. Okay.
Now, this game I really care about.
This is the last of the 3 o'clock games.
I have 2 people on.
Fantasy?
Yeah.
Let's see, Pacheco and Joe Burrow.
Yeah, he did.
He did not do well.
Yeah.
But tell us what the game is first.
Bengals, Chiefs.
Yeah. So Cincinnati has now lost their last 3. The first game of the year, the Bengals had lost 3 in a row. And last year they lost to the Browns, and they were really bad. And this year they lost to the Patriots. Really? Week 1? And Burrow was going to have a touchdown pass. I think their tight end was running into the end zone, and he fumbled it like right at the 1-yard line. It's just bonehead, just dumb. Kansas City held on to beat the Ravens in that first game of the year on Thursday night. Here's an interesting statistic for you. I don't know if this is going to change who you picked. Joe Burrow, lifetime against Patrick Mahomes.
He did.
Well, no, lifetime record against Patrick Mahomes, 3 wins, 1 loss. Burrow has 3 wins, Mahomes only has 1 when these teams play against each other. So, does that change your mind at all? What do you think about this game?
No,
It doesn't? So, who are you going with? Chiefs. Okay. By what kind of score?
Sadly, because I don't like the Chiefs.
I know you like the Bengals better.
Well, another blowout, 37-10.
Okay. The other thing about these games is not only does Joe Burrow win more than he loses against Mahomes, they're usually close. They're just...
So yeah, if you don't hear me, 37-10.
They heard you. I know they heard you. So I'm picking a close game. Kansas City's favored by 6. I'm going to say Kansas City wins by 3. 27-24 Chiefs. Oh boy, here we go. Sunday night. Are we nervous?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the game?
Bears, Texans.
So my notes about this one, we talked about it a little bit. The Bears down 17 points to the Titans, who probably stink.
And they came back up.
They came back and they won. It was a lot of Tennessee
mistakes.
mistakes.
Down here
And then way up.
Here.
But Tennessee made so many mistakes and just kind of gave the game away. Caleb Williams for the Bears, not his best moment.
And my other running back didn't do as well.
Your other running back, who is DeAndre Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got 2 more games, Lori. Okay, so my notes about this game: Bears were down 17-0 and won. Houston, hey, they're new guys, Joe Mixon and Stephon Diggs. Big weeks. Mixon scored 1 touchdown, Diggs scored 2. So Houston looks like a formidable opponent, meaning they're going to be tough for the Bears to beat. What do you think's going to happen? I'm kind of nervous.
Well, I wrote a score that I regret.
You can change it if you regret it.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I'm gonna.
What do you think then?
Well, I'm keeping my Bears.
You think the Bears are going to win? Wow.
Bears, how about 17-10?
17-10? Okay, I like that. I like your confidence. I wish I was as confident.
Oh no.
I know. I'm going to be different with you on this one. I went with the Texans, 27-19, beating the Bears. So, I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong.
I really hope you are.
Yeah.
Because that would be good for me.
It would be good for you in
Because
both.
I like the Bears, and I would get this score right.
Exactly, and I wouldn't even care if I blow this game. If I miss it, I'll be happy because the Bears will win. Yeah.
And Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football, 1 more game.
Falcons, Eagles.
Okay, Kirk Cousins. He's
Birdies.
the Birds, yeah, Birds of Prey. Kirk Cousins. He was bad.
I'm kind of regret wanting Kirk Cousins to still be
On the Vikings. I think McCarthy, that's okay, but Cousins, yeah, he kind of was like, what's wrong with him?
Mm-hmm.
They were really predictable on offense. Every time he was in the shotgun, they threw. Almost every time he was in the formation called the pistol, where he's a little closer to the center, they ran. So it was like they were just telling Pittsburgh basically what they were doing. Just dumb. Philadelphia survived 3 turnovers by Jalen Hurts and got the win mostly because Saquon Barkley, their new running back, had 3 touchdowns and 100 yards rushing. So Barkley looked great in his new uniform. So Cousins kind of struggling. Eagles at home. What are you feeling? This is our last game.
I'm feeling Eagles.
Feeling Eagles
The
and
bigger birdie.
the big bird. Well, I don't know which is bigger between an eagle or a falcon. I'll go with yours. Fine. Yeah, sure. Eagles bigger.
Eagles 27-10.
27-10, another blowout. And I've got a blowout. You got a 17-point blowout. I got a 14-point blowout. Eagles 30 and Falcons 16. Okay, so you have a football practice here in a few minutes, but we probably have time. You got any other feelings about this week's games?
No, not really.
You don't want to brag anymore about your dominance in week 1 with your picks?
I'm good.
You're good?
I don't want you to feel sad.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you being a gentleman and not just rubbing it in my face. Maybe you'll want to rub it in my face next week. So, sweetness, get that bobblehead head bobbling. Okay, are we going to do the bear claw deal? The little fist bump and... All right. Yes. Until next week, folks, thank you for watching. We appreciate the support.